Okay. All right. Good luck, man. Thanks for your. Okay.
Morgan?
Wanted to do a first on that. Yeah, would be.
Okay.
I was just appointed to her.
Good morning, Miss Morgan.
Good morning.
Did you need anything? Did you want anything?
To see if we can get a PR bond for Miss Morgan. I spoke with her and so she is living in Houston. She lives with her children. And
You don't show up. You never show up. I mean, you never show up.
They gave me a bus, my bus pass and everything, so I know I could, what time to be on and what court to actually go to.
We've given you 3 different PR bonds and you've never once appeared, ever. The only time we see you is when you get arrested.
Yeah, this time was my mama gonna take off and everything, so it's different this time.
Why could that not happen in the first 2
Because
times?
of her job, but this time she said she could take off. Instead of me catching the bus and getting lost, she could take off.
she does have a family that lives here, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Miss Morgan, but you just don't appear. You never appear. I've given you PR bond after PR bond. You know, not only that, you pick up one case. We ask you, hey, come back to court, just be good. And you pick up yet another case. And on that case, you've flaked out on us 3 times as well. So it's not just been 3 times, it's been more than 3 times where we've given you chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, and you blow us off. If I give you a PR bond now, I don't think you're going to show.
I'll show.
You promised that 4 other times.
I made it down here though, to be honest, I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just don't. We've given you like 4 different chances for you to appear, and you've never done it once. You've got 2 open cases now. I don't think you're going to show. I really don't. I'm sorry, Hugh, but really.
What I'll do is I'll get like a short reset.
I'm happy to give you a bond reduction if you want a bond reduction. And your bonds, I have your bonds now set at 7503 on each of your cases because you just don't show. I'm happy to give you a very, very reduced bond, but I'm telling you, I know if we give you a PR bond, because history tells us you're just not going to show.
No, history doesn't say that because you don't know what's going on in my history. You're just going by what you see on your information. But in reality, you had a camera set till the time you let me go from downtown all the way up until now, you'll be apologizing. The whole court would, to be honest. I don't know if you know what I went through.
I get it. I do. We all have circumstances. I waive everybody's appearance so they don't even have to show up to court. All I ask is for you to stay in touch with your lawyer. That's all I ask.
I have his card right now. I never had a lawyer card. I never had a lawyer. Only Mr. Bonnie.
Have you been appointed on this?
I was just appointed today, Judge. So I don't believe that she had an attorney previously or so.
Where are you living?
At 124 East Golf.
No. I don't want the address. Who with?
Huh?
Who with?
My kids. My mom have my kids right now. I have 7. And I believe my one of my kids are in court right now in Houston, but I have 7 kids.
So you're living with who? You say your mother?
With my kids.
Find out if she has a stable place to go to. See if she has a place to go to, like there's a stable home, and then maybe I'll consider it and I'll put a monitor on your ankle.
Okay.
But I'm not going to let you out just to the street. That's not going to happen. But if I know that you have a stable place to stay, like your mom or a relative, someone that's willing to take you in,
Yes.
but into the street, it's not going to happen because I know what's going to happen if I let you out to the street.
Okay.
So call, see what you can do, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay, this is you, Ray, right?
Good morning, Judge. Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. You are Stephen Chavez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chavez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. Wait, Stephen, we've got 2 Chavezes, right? Okay, so you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. So you know you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you, but he's on Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, Judge. On March 6, 2025, the officer received a call from an officer who was finishing a separate unrelated call and observed a vehicle stop 150 feet from the intersection for an unknown reason for a short period of time, then accelerate unnecessarily quickly before coming to a stop at the intersection. The vehicle was stopped straddling the dividing line between lanes and stopped past the designated stopping point. The vehicle remained stationary through several light cycles, and officers approached the vehicle. The officers observed the defendant, the driver and sole occupant, reclined in the driver's seat unconscious while the vehicle was running and in drive. The officers woke up the defendant, and the defendant appeared confused and took his foot off the brake, causing the vehicle to collide with the marked patrol vehicle placed in front of the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to have red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from his person. The defendant was transported to Pasadena jail for further investigation and denied drinking alcohol. Standard field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to provide breath. The results were 0.183 and 0.180.
All right. Can you run his NCIC? How many DWIs does he have and whether he has a license as well?
One prior DWI out of Minnesota, and his license is eligible.
Okay. Mr. Chavez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Yes, sir.
I'm now placing a restriction also on your license that you're not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, likewise, you will go to jail. We send notice to DPS so that every single officer in this state knows that if you get pulled over, you're supposed to have an interlock. So if you get pulled over, an officer sees that you don't have an interlock, you will go to jail.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Davila, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that he can't get hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
All I want is my city protected. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't become a danger to my city. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
For now, I'll have you go sign a reset with Victoria. You'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
May 13th, a little bit of change.
May 13th through the 15th, Ray.
Let's see. I think May 15th works, Judge.
Okay, it's yours.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just listen. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
How's jail? How's jail? Shh.
That's all right.
Like,
No, it's not a place to be, but it's all right.
why do we have jails? Why do we have jails? Why do we have them?
To sit people down, to think about what they have already done.
For people who cannot conform to society, because we got people who are just complete chaos.
Mhm.
How long you been in now? Through a month? 2 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Who do you have in your life? Do you have anyone that's willing to watch over you? Mom, dad, anyone? Who do you have?
I got my little brother Pops. You feel me? My aunt, I got in contact with him, what's his name, while I was in there incarcerated just recently, you feel me? So yeah, I got them.
You know, your lawyer and the state have been working a deal to basically get you out, but you scare me. I mean, you think it's funny. It's not, man.
It's not
You know,
bad. I'm trying to just listen to everything you say though.
life as a black man in today's society is hard enough as it is. You know, it really, really is. You know, you already under the gun. And with all the shisa that you're picking up now, being on felony probation, you picked up these 5 cases now with us. You're literally killing your chances of ever doing something worthwhile in this life, because You're either going to end up dead or with a 25-year sentence as a statistic. We have enough statistics. Mr. McGee, you know, how many times has he mucked up or had a DVR or a motion filed upstairs?
One motion, but he failed to report in November, December 16th, December 31st, and January 13th. He also failed to complete IOP, thinking for a change in the law violation.
Does he have any felony convictions right now? Once you get that felony conviction, it closes so many doors. It's disgusting. It's sick. As far as I can see now, I don't think you have a felony conviction. And I hope and I pray that you do everything in your power to avoid a felony conviction, because I'm telling you, no one hires felons. If you ever want a good job, you want to get a loan for a car, hell, they're not going to give it to you. You want to get an apartment? They don't give apartments to felons, man. Does he have a felony conviction? You need to do everything in your power to avoid it. Go to WIMAC, do your shisa, get out, and show that you care, because what I see there, you don't care. And if you don't care, they're just going to send your ass to state jail with the felony conviction, and then it's done. Don't become a statistic. We're going to reset this case tomorrow because they want to talk to the complaining witness in this case. We're going to try to resolve this so that you can work on and go get on to WIMAC to better yourself. If you ever need anything, just talk to her, come back here. We can give you whatever you want. If you want a cell phone, you want a tablet, you want a place to stay, eat, money, we'll get it for you. But don't run the streets, because you're going to end up dead or with a 25-year sentence. Stop. Grow up. So we'll put them on for tomorrow. Come back, write it up, and we'll get it done.
All right, maybe.
Don't become a felon. All right. Good morning, Ms. Okori. Ma'am, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On March 5th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a residence regarding a disturbance. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated the defendant had assaulted him. The complainant stated they were involved in a verbal disturbance when she approached him, used a ring-style taser to tase him, and the complainant was able to knock the taser out of the defendant's hand and backed away. The complainant stated the defendant gathered the taser and approached him again at his front door, attempting to use the taser on him again. The complainant held the defendant's wrist to prevent her from touching him with the taser, and the complainant advised that he had to push the defendant to get her away from him so he could get inside the residence. The officer viewed the complainant's video footage of the offense, and the complainant stated he felt pain from the incident, was in fear for his life because he believed that she had a knife. The defendant stated the complainant struck her first, which was shown to be false with the video footage, and the defendant admitted to having a taser and using it on the complainant.
Okay. Ms. Okori, I'm going to find.
The taser never touched.
Stop. Now's not the time to fight your case. This is just a probable cause. Anything you say, they can use it against you. Now's not the time. I can give you a lawyer if you'd like. You can talk to the lawyer and go that route, but just now's not the time. You know, you start saying stuff, they're just going to use it to prove your guilt. As it stands, I'm ordering you, ma'am, as a condition of your bond, not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Was this a dating relationship or was this just a?
No indication of dating relationship.
Okay. So ma'am, would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Deputy Etchegone is going to give an application for an